comes a legend saluting and saying goodbye.
Incredible! What a rally from Ngannou.
He's a vet! And he's a vet!
It's Shabalala!
Not about us on this field anymore, it's about the people back home.
The Springboks, champions of the world!
Mexico turn one is always eventful.
Lando Norris leads, they're 3 abreast behind him. Verstappen gets on the dust, Verstappen goes wide.
That was quite hectic, and then a bit of rallying in between turns 1 and 2. That was quite fun.
Hamilton locks up, he's going to have to go to the escape road. It's all happening.
To go side by side with Max is a very cool feeling, you know, he's someone I've basically grown up watching.
They tried to chase, they didn't come close. Lando Norris now leads the Drivers' Championship.
The 2025 Formula One season on your World of Champions. Proudly brought to you by Discovery.
Welcome, one and all!
The friends are here, the wait is done. Get ready, kids, it's time for fun.
You can say that again.
So grab your crew, your snacks, everyone. Stay tuned to DSTV for all the fun.
Well, the epicenter of broadcasting, especially when it comes to the beautiful game, to football, is your World of Champions. SuperSport, a Canal Plus company, and this is where it is all happening. A major celebration about to go down, and you, our wonderful viewers, are about to be part of it. Bonjour, habari, and salibonani, wherever you are, football fans, welcome to a momentous occasion. You are joining us because you are part of a very prestigious football gathering across the African continent as we get closer and closer to the biggest celebration of the beautiful game on our continent. It is the Africa Cup of Nations in Morocco. C'est plus que 46 jours avant la Coupe d'Afrique des Nations. So plenty of celebrations as we get ready for this big event, and a very big announcement awaits. But before that, let's remind you of why it is that people love this tournament, why it is that this is the lifeblood of what African football is all about to the rest of the world. This is the Africa Cup of Nations.
Africa, a land of passion, pride, and power. Across this vast continent, the game runs deep. In every back alley, beach, and pitch, a billion hearts beat to one rhythm, the Africa Cup of Nations. We remember the kings of Cairo, when Zambia shocked the world, when Nigeria soared, the dreamers of Yaoundé, when Senegal stood tall. Last time, the elephants rose. From the thunder of Casablanca to the lights of Marrakesh, the stage is set in Morocco. This is where the past meets the present, where new stories begin. 24 nations, one trophy, but no script.
Oh, what a strike!
the drums return. The ground shakes. The continent rises. This is AFCON 2025. This is ours.
Oh, and we cannot wait. This is indeed Africa, and this is where the stakes are even higher. We're getting ready for Morocco 2025. Well, I'm not alone here in studio. You already saw the arrival of some key guests for our big announcement. Let me officially welcome them because they are here in the studio. Of course, we've got the president of the Confederation of African Football, Dr. Patrice Motsepe, that is here with us. The chairman of Canal Plus Africa, Mr. Calvo Mawela, is here, and the group CEO of Canal Plus Africa, Mr. David Mignon, as well as the head of sporting content, Canal Plus Africa, Rendani Ramoba. They're all standing by, and we'll be hearing from them very shortly. And of course, not alone as well, we've got African football legends that are here, and you will be hearing from them a little bit later on. But for now, it gives me a great pleasure and honor to call on the chairman of Canal Plus Africa, Mr. Calvo Mawela, to officially welcome everyone here today.
Thank you, Carol. Bonjour. Good afternoon. To the viewers out there, thank you very much for joining us. I'd like to start by acknowledging and giving a warm welcome to the CAF president, Dr. Patrice Motsepe, who has joined us today, and we are very grateful for you to have joined us. I'd also like to acknowledge our CEO, David Mignon, who is here with us. We also have our head of sport, who is the CEO as well, Rendani Ramoba. Along with us are esteemed guests from CAF, COSAFA, and other regions of the African continent. We also have within us some of the legends of football on the African continent, Solomon Kalou, who is here with us, Daniel Akpeyi, who is also here with us. We also have Kalusha Bwalia, who is here with us. And we also have our fellow South African legends, Teko Modise, Bongani Khumalo, Amanda Dlamini. And we welcome you all and thank you for attending this prestigious event. And very quickly, I'd like to acknowledge and give thanks to the leadership of Dr. Patrice Motsepe ever since he has taken over Confederation of African Football. He took over in a very difficult circumstances of African football, and through his hard work and dedication, this organization has grown in leaps and bounds from revenue generation, viewership, and also club football having benefited out of that. Last and not least, women football has also benefited from the esteemed leadership of Dr. Patrice Motsepe, and we are grateful as Africans to have been led by a man of this stature who has managed to succeed under very difficult circumstances. From a SuperSport perspective, football is at the heartbeat of what we do on a day-to-day basis. We have celebrated 30 years of SuperSport in the last few weeks, and it has marked a turning point in terms of the number of games that we have shown, and will continue to increase the number of games that are viewed by our viewers all across the African continent. And we are proud that under the leadership of Rendani, we have continued to grow this brand, and we are grateful for the leadership of Rendani in this regard. Lastly, I'd like to focus on the partnership with Confederation of African Football. This partnership has grown in leaps and bounds as well. We are excited about the upcoming tournament. We believe it's going to be among the best, if not the best ever tournament under the Confederation of African Football. We are continuing to have discussions with Confederation of African Football in order to grow the partnership and make sure that we can see this partnership long into the future. And with that, I'd like to thank you very much, and I'll invite our CEO, David Mignon, to say a few words. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Chair. So Bona, Bonjour. Greetings to everyone here present and watching from all parts of Africa. Thank you for joining us for this special announcement. I'd also like to give a special welcome to our CAF president, Dr. Patrice Motsepe. Thank you so much for being here, and his esteemed guests from CAF, COSAFA and SAFA. As well, of course, of our legends present, as well as media in attendance in person and those who joined us virtually. So it gives me great pleasure to announce that SuperSport has reached an agreement with CAF for the broadcast of the TotalEnergies CAF Africa Cup of Nations, Morocco 2025. This is a proud moment for Canal+ Group. It is the extension of a great partnership between us and the custodians of African football, CAF. We know that football is loved by hundreds of millions in Africa. It is a shared language that cuts across borders and unites the continent. We will all be united on the road to Morocco as we anticipate the most exciting TotalEnergies CAF AFCON tournament to date. As a group, Canal+ will become the first broadcast group to bring the TotalEnergies CAF Africa Cup of Nations to French, English, Portuguese-speaking territories. SuperSport and Canal+ will offer unparalleled coverage of the TotalEnergies CAF Africa Cup of Nations with dedicated channels, multilingual broadcast, expert analysis from former players and seasoned journalists. This historic edition marks the first under the MultiChoice and Canal+ merger, promising enhanced synergies and an immersive experience for all fans across Africa and beyond. At last, I would like to wish CAF all the best in organizing its best event yet. We'd also like to extend our genuine gratitude to the CAF president, Dr. Patrice Motsepe, and the rest of the CAF executive on that road to Morocco. Thank you. Thank you very much. So now I hand over to Carol, if I'm correct. Sorry. Thank you so much.
Merci, Monsieur Mignon. That is a very, very big announcement, and one that certainly underscores what the Confederation of African Football is all about. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's hear the response from CAF. And it's a wonderful honor to introduce an individual that needs absolutely no introduction. He arrived on the scene at the helm of African football with a lot of promises. And one of those is, of course, to elevate African football to world-class status. And since he began his tenure, we have seen the differences, an increase in prize money, even more teams that are playing in these world showpiece tournaments, and of course, an increase when it comes to the television audience as well. Things have only gone from strength to strength. Let's hear what he has to say about this landmark announcement. Please welcome now the President of the Confederation of African Football, Dr. Patrice Motsepe.
Thank you so much, Carol. Thank you, Calvo. Very proud of the excellent work you are doing and have done. David, so proud of the partnership that between Canal+ and SuperSport. So proud of the good work that Canal+ has done over many years in its partnership with CAF. Rendani, very proud of the work you're doing. Pass my regards to Maxime, the Group CEO of Canal+, and also pass my regards to Vincent Bollon. This is an exciting day, and Carol, you and SuperSport, I saw Mlambo and various others, excellent work, the work you do on the continent. We're talking about football today. The AFCON, or the CAN, it's called in some countries, and let me say bonjour to our French-speaking brothers and sisters on the continent and to those in North Africa. And indeed, the AFCON in Morocco, starting in December, continuing in January, is going to be the most exciting, the best football that we've seen in African football, as good as the best in the world. And it is going to continue until January next year. 3 quick points. In the first instance, we've always known that Africa has got exceptional talent, as good as the best in the world. We've produced some of the best football players on the continent over many, many decades. And we are now in what we call the golden period, the revolution that's taking place in African football. One of the most magnificent manifestations of that growth in African football is Morocco qualifying for the semifinals in Qatar, because we know that African football is world class, but we also recognize that at the highest level in the world, we have to compete against the best in the world and win. We've proven it in the past, and the AFCON that's taking place in Morocco is an important building block. We've always emphasized that we will invest in our youth, we will invest in young boys and young girls. The young boy and girl who is in Lagos today, the young boy and girl who's in Kinshasa today who loves football, the young boy and girl who's in Soweto, who's in Tanzania, Kenya, Egypt, Algeria, Morocco, East Africa, West Africa, will look at AFCON in Morocco and derive a huge amount of inspiration, because they will see, with the hundreds of millions of football lovers and those who will be watching the games on TV, in Côte d'Ivoire, we had 1.5 billion people worldwide in approximately 180 countries watching the AFCON. And we expect that this is going to be a celebration of the best quality football, not just in the African continent, but worldwide, the AFCON in Morocco. But it's also a celebration of diaspora. All of the millions and millions of Africans throughout the world, in Europe, in America, in South America, and worldwide, who love football, will look and watch and see that African football is as good as the best in the world. Football is like any other commodity that you sell. Whether you make cars and sell cars, or whether you make bread and sell bread, whatever commodity you make, our commitment has always been that football must be enormously exciting, enormously attractive, enormously appealing. So when 180 nations want to watch the AFCON, it's a recognition that not just in the 54 countries in Africa, but in 126 countries all over the world, there's a huge amount of excitement and appreciation of African football. I want to conclude once more by really expressing my deep pride and appreciation for what Canal Plus and SuperSport, enormous partners, very proud of the good work. All our other sponsors and partners that we have on the continent, thank you so much. And we've always emphasized that although our commitment and our objective is to make African football amongst the best in the world, we have a deep commitment to uniting all our people on the African continent. People from different racial backgrounds, people from different ethnic backgrounds, people who belong to different religious backgrounds. We're all African. We love each other, and we want to. Football creates jobs, improves people's standards of living. The commitments to zero tolerance for corruption, zero tolerance of behavior that's improper, is a commitment that we know transcends from football into our governments and into the way that we do business and improve the living conditions of our people. Thank you so much. See you all in Morocco. Merci beaucoup, David. Thank you, Radani, and thank you, Calvo, and thanks for the wonderful work you guys do. See you in Morocco. Bye-bye.
Most certainly, we will be in Morocco, and of course, SuperSport and Canal Plus will be making sure that you don't miss out on on the ground in Morocco, in the studios, all across the African continent. Now, this is a landslide announcement because it partners. Looking at this partnership, we'll see SuperSport as well as Canal Plus becoming the first global broadcaster to air the Africa Cup of Nations in French, in English, in Portuguese, and the indigenous African languages. tying in with CAF's major aim of ensuring that the Africa Cup of Nations and African football is accessible to more and more African individuals, and also that we become globally recognized and competitive. It's been a long road since the very first tournament back in 1957, with just 3 participants that have been there. Since, we've had 44 different nations that have qualified to the finals since 1957. Now, this time around, Bafana will be appearing at their 12th finals. I'm talking about Bafana because we're making this announcement from South Africa, and we've got our gracious host as well from the South African Football Association. The president, Dr. Danny Jordan, is here as well for this fantastic announcement. Well, let's take a look at the wonderful work that we have seen so far under the tutelage of the CAF president, Dr. Patrice Motsepe. This is his legacy so far.
We have to dream big. We've got to aim high. You see the power of football. The power of football to bring Africans together. The power of football to show the rest of the world that African football is in motion. African football is growing. And we are honored and privileged to be part of that revolution.
Champions of Africa again.
$1.4 billion people were watching the last AFCON, the highest in the history of this competition.
Dit is de Afrika Cup. Kijk hem met dan toe, Afrika Cup. Boom. The golden trophy belongs to the Ivory Coast.
The pathway to $1 billion in African football. The requirements of African football can only be achieved when all of us work together. In Morocco in December is going to be the most successful, the most competitive, the most exciting in the history of this competition.
Well, we have officially now gotten the invitation, and courtesy of SuperSport as well as Canal Blue, so all of you across the African continent will be able to enjoy the action once it gets underway in Morocco. We've changed venues now because we really want to zone in on this wonderful announcement and get you all football fans ready. We've got the CAF president here as well as the man at the helm of Canal Plus Africa standing by just to discuss this landslide announcement a little bit more. I'll start off with you, Mr. Mignon. First of all, big announcement, and as we said, now giving access to even more Africans to this world-class tournament.
Yeah, it's a fantastic moment for us. We are preparing broadcasting that we want it to be the best CAN ever. Like every time we are doing the best CAN ever, so it's becoming to be more and more challenging in order to be able to provide all of our subscribers in 40 countries all over Africa, whatever the language, whatever the country, to have the best experience for this next competition.
Dr. Motsepe, as you said, it's been such a long journey since that very first tournament. What is going to make 2025 in Morocco extra special, just in terms of the legacy, the competitive depth as well, and also the potential impact on African football as a whole?
Well, it's important, as I said, the quality of football that you will see on the field of play, world class, as good as the best in the world. The stadiums, the infrastructure, because part of what we're doing is an investment in the future, an investment in the future of African football. And you've got to make sure that currently there's the quality of football, as I said, excites the fans that are coming to the stadium. the tickets for all of the games that Morocco will be playing in was sold out in an hour. So all of the tickets are sold out for the matches that Morocco will be playing in, the matches that Algeria will be playing in. There's an abnormal purchase of the tickets for the other countries. But we always emphasize that football is our lifeline. It's our greatest passion. But we also look at football in the context of its contribution to the development and growth of the living conditions, standards of living, of this new African revolution. It's a golden era of African football, which goes hand in hand with a golden era for greater trade partnerships among African nations, bringing together people of different backgrounds, as I said, racial, ethnic. And what excites me is the youth, the small boy and girl who looks at, it's still on? Good. Yep. The small boy and girl who looks at a successful football player and derives inspiration. That boy or girl wants to become an engineer, wants to become a doctor, and looks at the football player. Look at our legends, incredible legends. Yeah. So it's a celebration of African football. And I was walking in Paris a few weeks ago, and it's incredible. People came to me and said, President, we will see you in Morocco. And wow. And what is even more exciting is I was in LA. I flew in this morning, and after this meeting, I'm flying out. I was in LA, and people came, telling me that we'll be going to Morocco with the family to watch Nigeria play,
wow.
So it's exciting.
It really, really is. David, I mean, SuperSport, known for many, many years of setting that gold standard when it comes to sports production. So now, how is SuperSport going to leverage on this merger between MultiChoice as well as Canal Plus? How is that going to make AFCON 2025 and the viewing experience better than ever before?
Well, the whole rationale of that merger between the Canal Plus group and the MultiChoice group, which are two companies that know each other for decades, that have been working together for decades, because we are in very different footprint on the African continent, but we are totally complementary. And so we're now together, and we are now together inside a broader group, which is worth 42 million subscribers in 80 countries in the world. And what it will be providing is like more means, synergies, capacity to work and to combine together in order, to increase as much as we can, again, the level of broadcasting, the level of production, the level of journalists, whatever, the user experience, the customer and subscriber experience that we'll be able to provide. That's the whole rationale out of that merger. It's about scale, being at scale to be able to invest more in content and also in technology. So this is what will be benefit to any of our customers.
Most definitely. Dr. Motsepe, let's talk about your long-term vision and aspiration when it comes to the partnerships that you're making with all of these diverse broadcasters and elevating the status of the business of African football.
Well, just two things. I play a transitional role. When you're a leader, you've got to know that there's a time to lead in partnership with everybody else, make a contribution. And the most important thing is to lay a foundation for those who come after me so that they can build and continue on the good work that we've done. But I want to say that David provides exceptional leadership. Maxime, exceptional leadership. Vincent, proud history. I've watched the excellent work that you've done. I was saying to Calvo, I'm proud. Because at the end of the day, our family businesses are in 38 countries in Africa, big businesses on the continent. The sponsors who partner with African football, it has to make commercial sense. I don't want David to go to a board meeting and the shareholders say, David, are we making money in Africa? So we have to make African football commercially viable. And we've done exceptionally well in everything you do. Focus on sustainability, focus on profitability. You must have something that people are excited about, want to see, want to pay for. And these things don't happen overnight. That's why when we started the schools football for young boys and girls. And I'm proud because the Motsepe Foundation put $10 million, and many of our other sponsors came to the party. But we've got to invest in our youth. You know, when I say that an African nation will win the World Cup, I'm saying it based on the talent we have. But it requires investment.
Yep.
It requires a commitment, a belief. And that's why, you know, for us, what excites us is you know, football is our first love. But you cannot extricate football from the living conditions of our people. Those countries where the football nations are doing very well are those countries where the governments partner with the football leadership, Danish Jordan and the football leadership in South Africa. The private sector comes and sponsors. And that's why over the years I've watched, even before I became president of CAF, I've watched the work that you have been doing with all of the people at SuperSport with an enormous sense of pride. And I've watched what Canal Plus has done. So, and now, part of our job, we've got to look at our role as laying the foundation for the youth, for African football, so that, you know, I don't know, a few years from now, when we're not involved in football, we can all look back and look with a sense of pride that with all of the 54 presidents of the member associations in Africa, partnerships like what we have today, this exciting partnership, that there's a consistent growth and development in African football.
Yeah, David, the president talking about wanting to be globally
and David
recognized.
agreed
Yes.
that they pay you guys a lot of money because, you know, we've got 80,000 mine workers in our mines. If we don't pay them well, there's no money for shareholders. And that's partly why even the players, you know, we increase the prize money. It's so important. And I'm having a meeting in a few weeks. I want to increase it a little bit more because the more the prize money, we want some of that money to go into the pockets of the players, the coaches, and those stakeholders. But we also want, you know, the football clubs. I'm proud of the football clubs in South Africa and other parts of the world. We don't want the club owners to consistently use family money. Make it commercially viable. So, and I think you guys are going, and you are going to pay CAF. You've been paying us good money, and you're going to pay me even. You're going to pay me even more money because I'm going to make CAF more exciting and more attractive because that money, every cent of that money, must go into the member associations and into investment in our youth, young boys, young girls, the national teams, the professional soccer leagues.
Yeah.
The future looks great.
Oh, finally, David, the future really does look great. I mean, we can't just stress enough this combined reach of Canal Plus as well as multi-choice. It's absolutely unmatched on the African continent and beyond. So can you talk a little bit more about that competitive advantage of this Pan-African scale? What that gives us in terms of producing, in terms of marketing and delivering an event of the magnitude of AFCON that we will indeed be able to deliver?
What we want to achieve, and it's already what we are doing in many countries, including South Africa, for example. What we want is like it's so affordable, so appealing and affordable that at least one family in two are customers to one of the Canal Plus or DSTV or GoTV subscription. This is our motto, like 1 in 2. This is what we have achieved already in many countries. It's more challenging in some others, but this is, you know, what is, and it means a lot. Getting back to a capacity of having a very good content, very good technology, very good teams, very good customer service, and also affordable. It has to be affordable to everybody because we know the affordability and prices, the sensitivity to prices all over Africa. So if you want on the same time to be able to provide a very good product like a worldwide quality on one side, and on the other side being affordable to mass market to everybody, to one and every family on the continent, this is quite a challenge. But this is also, you know, what we are working on a daily basis with all of the teams all over Africa. There's more than 10,000 direct employees in Canal Plus today in Africa. And so that's really one thing. And then talking about competitive advantage. We've been in Africa, both multi-choice and Canal Plus, since the very beginning of the 90s, 1991. It's a long story. It's a long African story, you know, going together, now going combined. And so we are producing 10,000 hours of African content, not even talking about sports, which is dozens of thousands, of hours of live sports every year. But just like production of content, it's 10,000 hours of African content every year. Because what we both are able to do is to create some TV offer, some pay TV offer, deeply rooted into the African cultures and languages all over the continent. Wow. And as that, I believe, it's an untapped competitive advantage.
Oh, it certainly is. And we are so ready for the big tournament to get underway. Now, let's remind you that we've gotten this invitation to Morocco 2025. Let's get ready for the celebrations, and then we will make this partnership official.
This December, all eyes in Morocco. Africa assemble. All dreams are heading one way.
Planetary movement aligning.
All passion, all fire.
Because here we play different.
And now the tickets are open.
Event hospitality tickets.
Time to wake up.
Get your tickets now. Choose your side.
Time to wake up.
Show your colors.
Bring your flag.
And we welcome you to Morocco.
TotalEnergies CAF Africa Cup of Nations tickets are live now. Visit ticket.cafonline.com to get your ticket now.
You guys ready?
Time to wake up.
All right, it's time for us now to make it official with the signing of the contract between SuperSport and Canal Plus, as well as CAF. Members of the media have gathered a little bit closer. Gentlemen, we can make it official now.
I can sign now?
You may sign.
All right. I always follow instructions, All right.
Very good.
Oh, I sign, you sign for CAF, I sign for Canal Plus.
Let's do that. Oh, yeah, here we are.
Beautiful.
Oops.
Very good. You take that one. Thank you.
Look at this.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. So we show them, you can see we've clap hands for SuperSport and Canal Plus. Very good. You can.
Thank you, Chair.
Very good.
Thank you so much.
Very good. Very good.
And then there will be an exchange of gifts as well. You can come on, Max.
Thank you. I start with that one?
Start with this one.
Okay. You've got his name correctly spelled, eh? Okay, all right. So can we clap hands for David for this wonderful gift?
Thank you so much.
Yeah, and then where's the pen? I use this one. Okay, thank you. Oh, use that one. Okay.
Yes, we keep this one.
This is the one that's going to score all the goals, eh? Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
David.
Thank you.
David. Thank you. Clap hands again. With every clap of hands, there's more investment in youth football,
I have a little gift for you, President. I think it's for signing the next contract with us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thanks.
And ladies and gentlemen, it is official. Yeah, it's all right. It's official, of course, this partnership between SuperSport, Canal Plus, as well as the Confederation of African Football. Morocco 2025 is going to be the best one yet. I'd like to call on Head of Sport and Content, Canal Plus Africa, Rendane Ramoba, to officially thank everyone for making today a possibility. And I'll ask you, please, to come back and take your seats. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Afternoon, everyone. I've got the hardest job yet after such an amazing show. I'm here to say thank you to everyone. And again, the partnership and everything that we've seen today, I think it's testament to the strength of how true partnership can deliver an amazing product. So again, I've been asked to keep it short and to read, just given how important the event is. But it has already been said, but AFCON really is the pinnacle of our production offering in Africa. It is the one place where we gather as football family to laugh, to cry, to cheer, and to be proud together. It is also where we grow as a continent and showcase to the world just how great we are. To Dr. Motsepe, thank you again for all the work and all the amazing effort that's going into the product. It really is, truly is inspiring to be working with a partner that can inspire us to basically deliver better. With SuperSport now part of the Canal Group family, David, our Africa CEO, he's given us an ambitious task, which is not that much of a stretch target, but he's asked us to make AFCON the best event of the year. And as the team seated here, we will deliver, and our commitment is to make sure that we deliver the best AFCON yet on TV, on SuperSport. Thanks to the new partnership, our product is also going to be better than ever with a dedicated 24-hour AFCON channel, with shared resources in Morocco, with productions in English, Swahili, Pidgin, French, and local languages, first time ever. Magazine shows across Africa. This and many more is going to deliver a world-class offering. This wouldn't be possible without this merger and us coming together through our collective strength and sharing one vision. Between now a force of over 17,000 sports fanatics dedicating to basically delivering the best product in the world, we are confident that for all of us, AFCON 2025 is not only celebrating the best of us on the field, it is also going to be gathering the type of a fan that lives in every best football. So thank you very much, and we're looking forward to seeing you in Morocco.
Fière et réunie, la CAN.
Well, it's an African football celebration, and as such, we're going to continue to celebrate the lifeblood of African football, our wonderful legends. We've got two of them right here in the studio. So good to have them here, and they're definitely going to be part of the production. We'll start off with Solomon Kalu. 6 AFCON finals for Cote d'Ivoire. This is an African football legend, as well as Mr. Daniel Akpe, 5 appearances at AFCON for Nigeria and the Super Eagles. Welcome to the studio that is very soon going to be home for all of you. Solomon, I'll start off with you. Frero, what excites you about the announcement that has been made, which of course increases, viewership across the African continent for this, the biggest tournament?
Well, it's very excited. I'm very excited because the first time Ivory Coast won the AFCON, it was '92, and we couldn't watch all the game on TV. So being part of this moment and we are the winners. We win last AFCON. It was one of the most beautiful AFCON ever. Thanks to Dr. Motsepe for this event. I think we create something great. We make believe that Africa can come together and create a great event, make young African dream again to come home and play for the country, representing the country. And this is a great moment for African football.
Oh, it certainly is. And how is it going to be even bigger? We're going to talk about, Daniel is going to be joining us, of course, for the tournament. But Stanley, we're going to talk about the fact that also you look at the Super Eagles and the kind of reputation that they have on the African continent. Why is there a feeling that this time around it's going to be even bigger and better?
First, I want to say a big thanks to Dr. Motsepe because he has been doing a really big job in Africa as a whole. So talking about Nigeria, you know, the last time we played in the final, and probably why we felt like it's going to be bigger for us, because playing in a nice and a bigger stage there in Morocco, I felt like it's going to be a very big performance for us. Yeah.
You think like there's just something special about this? I mean, we were talking about that final the last time that Nigeria was there. We're going to take a look at it. So it's just about building the momentum from what transpired then.
The last AFCON was, I felt like it's a really bad feelings for us. Last year, not winning the tournament. Probably now we're fighting for some other one in Morocco. We felt like it's going to be a very good one for us. Yeah.
Why is it so important for SuperSport and for broadcasters like SuperSport, like Canal Plus, to continue to showcase a tournament of this nature, not just on the African continent, but it makes waves across the world as well?
Well, we show that African can compete with the best. I mean, if you see the legend like Eto'o and Didier, Yaya Touré, they show that they can be the best in Europe. So, like the president said before, we make it appealing. We show that Africans don't only have the talent, but we can also organize great events. And Ivory Coast show that, even we win against my friend here, but we show that last competition, and we are looking forward to do a great event in Morocco.
Tell us about the impact of hosting a tournament of this nature. What kind of impact did it have on Côte d'Ivoire last year?
Well, I mean, even on any level, you can tell people, you create jobs, people was excited about going to work and for the event. Yes, and also it brings some joy in the country. We are super excited to host all our African brothers that come to Ivory Coast to show them how beautiful our country is. We are proud that they came there and they see themselves how Ivory Coast can be welcoming as a country, and this is very important. It was very important to us, and as an ambassador of the country, we are trying to show that everywhere we go, and it's a great thing that we are going to Morocco and expecting to have the same feeling.
Stanley, having come so close last year, what can Nigeria promise this time around in Morocco?
It's a big nation. Indeed, it's a big nation, and going to a tournament, going to a bigger tournament, because African Cup of Nations is one of the biggest tournaments probably in the world, not only Africa. As a big nation, we always expect to win. We always expect to win, not to just go to participate. We always go to win. But you know, football is something you don't predict. But you know, playing the last final last year, like I said, probably this year I felt like we're going to win it. Yeah.
What is that feeling like to lift the greatest prize on the African continent?
You forgot to say to tell you something. I mean, for Nigeria to win, maybe they need to avoid Ivory Coast. I think so. But it's a great feeling to win, especially when you win at home in front of your people, the full stadium. I think no feeling can beat that. You know, you can ask any player that are playing high level, winning for your country is something different. It doesn't touch close to winning for your club in Europe, because you come in home and you see that in the face of everybody. Like when we won in 2015, we came to the airport and we stayed in the airport for 3-4 hours, and we're just happy to be celebrating with our people.
Excellent stuff. Yeah. All right, well, you're going to get an opportunity to see all of those celebrations live and in HD right here, and more legends like these two being showcased in our broadcast and through the various magazine programs as well. Thank you so much for joining us live for this momentous announcement. It's only going to get bigger and better. It's all about African football, and the best place to watch and catch the celebrations is right here. We will see you soon. And a big thank you as well to all of our special guests, our dignitaries, for joining us live right here at SuperSport in our studios in Randburg. Until it all gets underway, enjoy, football fans, and stay with us for the best. Till then, au revoir.
McCain, made for sharing.
Welcome, one and all.
The friends are here. The wait is done. Get ready, kids. It's time for fun.
You can say that again.
They're big, they're bold, they're bright.